17th episode of Walking and Filming Service in Valencia, and it's random lift tour time. This is not the official comeback, but at least I did another Walking and Filming Service in Valencia episode. Shame I haven't done one in 2024, but I'm not, at the moment it's not going to be the official comeback of this series. And the last episode done of this series was almost 2 years ago. Anyways, for this episode, I'm out of the Valencia Centre again. But this time, I'm just going to get a few things I haven't filmed for long enough. And, just retaking some and everything. And then those that have not been filmed. First of all, coming out of Valencia Station and along to the platform lift, which is the first lift in this video. It is absolutely hydraulic.
Qué lento.
Madre mía.
Ahora.
Vestíbulo.
Now to a street lifted by an station, and it is another Thyssens hydraulic. This time, I could get a sound recording of the motor after I've been wanting to do this for ages now. Maybe since like 2019, which is when I last filmed the motor of this lift. Oh well.
Come in.
We need to go out. Doctor.
Vestíbulo.
Now to the other hub in Townhall Square, which is where I got a gift for a friend on her birthday, which was located at the ground floor. Then I walked upstairs to the first floor and looked around some things, which gives a hint to the next lift I film in this video, and it is a crappy modern MP lift. It's not like the doors are closing one, which is far better than this. Oh well, at least I got a video of this, but this is going to be short as this lift is really boring. And now to a Corte Inglés Home Building, and to one of the lifts that goes down to the multi-story car park. This lift is a really nice Thyssens Otis MRL. Despite that this lift is really small, advanced variable frequency, or we can say BF, as instead of a 2-speed, just like a typical ThyssenKrupp Otis. This is the second ThyssenKrupp Otis I see installed outside of a flat building. And one spoiler, ThyssenKrupp Otis are usually installed in flat buildings rather than public places. And now to a Corte Inglés Home Building. On the ground floor, it has been refurbished a bit. And what about the leaves? Are they still original? And yes, they still are. These are some really nice 90s Thyssens. Usually, on the weekends, these are extremely busy. But luckily, since I filmed this on a Friday, I was able to go into one of these on a full ride and up to 6th from my street, and then down to a ground floor. I'm glad that these are still original to this day. But to film these, I walked down to my street on the outer semi-round, and then walked to the Corte Inglés Home Building this, and ta-da! I filmed these without being caught at the entrance, because nowadays people just don't understand the reality of lift enthusiasts. Oh well, let's ride them! And now to another lift down to a Corte Inglés Home Building car park. It used to be an Otis 2000, but it's being modernised. And since it's been modernised, it's now a car with KSS 140 fixtures and KCE controller. And when it used to be an Otis 2000, all of the doors in the car park floors were painted in the respective colours. Now they aren't. This is such a shame. It's a good motor overall, but luckily the lift cab is still original. And when I went up to minus 2 when I was at school, the people at Garden asked me where I was filming a live, and they thought there was tampering. Oh well, I'll have to censor that, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to cut all of that video down when I went down to minus 3. Anyways, let's ride him. I kind of miss the Otis 2000, but this is still a good mod. Anyways, in a few minutes, I'm just going to show how it used to look like. I only have a video of this in 2016. Ah, dear. Well, I just don't like most of my 2016 videos. I just think today they're cringe. Anyways, enough talking about that. Let's ride the lift and now how it looks like today. Oh dear.
¿Cuál ves? Ahí. Va para abajo.
Vale, sí.
And now, here's how this lift used to look like before it
There
was
you was.
modernized.
Let's go down to a cup of 3. After they was. Here on the parking, -3. So it is the parking for you. Let's go back up the ground. So we're stopping in the parking -1. So we get stopped by people. Hey, please don't exceed. So 1, 2, 3. Come on, leave. We got it, -1. You're on the ground floor.
In Bizarre Street, next to the multi-story car park, there's a new underground car park. This was built 15 years ago as of 2025. This car park only has one underground level, and the floor numbering in this car park is really confusing. Street level is 1, and car park level is 0. This is really weird. The lift here is a Thyssen Club Synergy hydraulic. What? A Synergy hydraulic? Never expected to find this in my entire life. I could remember this being an MRL. This is really weird. I've never seen this before, as usually Synergies are MRLs. And now, moving on. There's a few interesting shows I would have went to the Lefties and I could not be bothered to film those days. And now into a Zion Street where I couldn't bother filming a live there as well for some stupid reason. And now to Myanmar, which I also could have not bothered to film the 5500s in there for another stupid and boring reason. And now to United Colours of Benton College Street and to a live there which is a fishing club centre with S1 fixtures.
Ascensor cerrando puertas. Ascensor bajando. Ascensor abriendo puertas.
And on to the nearby Pull&Bear to this United Colours of Benton, which I also cannot bother filming the laser for another reason, and the same for Lefties, which I've passed through it again. Anyways, I'll leave a video of these from 2023, so therefore, just so you can see them in this episode. Next time I come back, I'll try filming these, just to retake, so just you don't have to worry. This used to be a Corte Inglés of 3 floors, but it's now gone. And the lifts and the chandeliers are no longer there, and they have been moved in now, and now I'm around us. I'm really just filming this because these are new. Oh, it looks like I just called the left one is coming. That's already here.
Subiendo. Lift going up.
Holy shit! These are the English boys. Hey.
Tercera planta. First floor. Cierre de puerta. Doors closing. Bajando. Lift going down.
Fucking hell.
Segunda planta.
¿Cuál vas? ¿Cuál vas? ¿Al cero?
Estamos en el 2 al 1.
Joder, me al cero sin querer.
No pasa nada.
Ya.
Bajando. Lift going down.
Aquí también.
Primera planta. First floor.
Oye, feliz año.
Cierre de puerta. Doors closing. Bajando. Lift going down. Planta baja. Ground floor. Cierre de puerta. Doors closing. Bajando. Lift going down. Sótano. Basement.
And now, I did also pass to the new bus drive areas next to this Lefties, which also had practically the same as this one, but I could not bother filming them for some stupid reason. Plus, most of these Stradivarius this one was closed, so Stradivarius wasn't really anything of my interest, but recently they had male selection. Anyways, moving on, and now to a bookhouse library and to a lift there, which is a very nice older petrol lift. And now to Rizal in front of this library, which has now been turned into normal. And what about the lift? It's a really nice Thyssen couple 82 hydraulic, but it's now gone. It's such a shame as the first floor is now closed down ever since it's all closed down. They only opened the shop with just the ground floor. Oh, this is such a shame that this lift is now gone. It was really nice despite being a hydraulic. Oh dear. Ah, well, and now moving on into some shops in Poor Bendon Industrial Street where I could not bother filming a lift there, so Nerona I could not bother filming it for some reason. And now into Puffle, which used to be Biscuit now is Butter, and the list will turn the stuff only into 2016. And that's another shame of some Puffle list. Anyways, now into Primal, which used to be a Massimo Dutti, but the lift is still in this place, but I could not bother filming it. And now into another, which had crappy platform lift. I've never bothered to film platform lifts. And now to what used to be United Colors of Benton, but it's now gone. There's a lift there, which is a Schindler 5500, but since the shop reopened as something else and the first floor is closed down, the lift has now been decommissioned. It's a really nice Schindler 5100 MOL. Oh well. And now into another normal shop, which also used to be Saba, but this had But this happened with both ground and first floors. The lift is still in its place, which isn't about an arc to hydraulic. But recently, the doors have been replaced from 2-speed glass, then to 3-speed non-glass. This is weird, but at least the lift is still in its place and it has a really loud hydraulic motor when it goes up. Let's ride it!
Cierre de puerta. Bajando. Planta principal. Viendo.
And now onto Corte Inglés fashion building, which for some reason I could not bother filming the list there. Neither the main Otis modernised nor the Otis 2000 hydraulic that goes up to a restaurant. For once, I thought when I saw the main list with the 2006 build day that these were built in 2006, when my dad told me that this department store was actually built in the 1970s and it was the first Corte Inglés department store in Valencia. So these main lists must have been Otis Lexans, but in 2006, which is the year I was born, they were modernized by Otis again with 2000 buttons. And then 1995, which is the mid-1990s, the Otis 2000 up to the restaurant was installed. And since then, I believe that the old list no longer serve the restaurant since then, since the Otis 2000 hydraulic came into use. And then the main list on 2006, which I don't think they don't anymore. And now moving on to Collins Street and now on to Corte Field, which has a DMT now color silver lift installed by Thyssens, but the buttons were replaced to Shanghai step in the ground floor just underneath the rest of Schaffer. I cannot bother filming that. It's quite boring, honestly. And there seems to be Massimo Dutti, which is a clothing shop for posh people. And now moving on, and on to Massimo Dutti into a lift there, which is a very nice 3D Arona.
Cierre de puerta. Subiendo. Segunda planta. Cierre de puerta. Bajando. Planta principal.
And now to the Cologne Market. This place is so much fun and it is really nice to explore. Let's go into the lift down to the car park. So we're going to walk down the escalators to lower down and just look at these. Really nice. And onto the 2 lifts down to the car park, which is some really nice older MP lists, but sadly these aren't aging very well. now to the next lift. This is also another older MP lift. Unlike the last lifts, this goes up to street level, and also this lift is aged far worse than the last ones. This is such a shame, honestly. And for this one, I had to wait loads of minutes, as I've accidentally confused an American family that was riding this lift, and then I'd send them down to basement 1, and then I had to catch a lift and then back up to low ground. Oh well, this was really confusing, but it was funny at the same time. There's also a secret lift in the Common Market, which I could remember lift going up filming back in 2024. And if I'm not wrong, it used to be an older MP, but is now being replaced with a three-tier owner. I could not find it. It's really secret, so therefore I could not find it and I could not ride it, honestly. Honestly, it was, if I'm not wrong, it was a staff-only lift, so it was less chance that there was loads of chance I could get caught. And now moving on back to Collins Street and to one of the multi-story car parks. This is also underground, and now to release there, which might have been older Thyssens, but they've been modernized by Thyssen Club. And now, moving on, I was really exhausted at the time of filming these possible Thyssens modernized by Thyssen Club, so therefore I went back home. The next lift is at Collins Station, which is a very nice 90s Thyssen, a late 90s Thyssen, but sadly the buttons have been replaced. And now to a platform lift, which as of 2025, I think it's too slow for the distance it travels.